365 Sports.
Welcome back into the show, 365 Sports Mizzou. Here with myself, Davis Wilson. Shout out to Rogue Media for putting this thing on, talking Mizzou sports once again today. It's going to be a quick episode today. I'll just tell you that. There hasn't been a ton that has happened since yesterday to now. There's been a few things, which is why I'm coming on and I'm going to talk for a little bit. But if you want to hear a more substantial update and a discussion on Mizzou basketball and everything, you can watch the last couple episodes. They've been pretty good, and I've had fun doing them. Today, there's just a few updates. Mizzou landed a transfer last night. Mizzou just hired an interesting coach to their offensive staff. There's visits going on right now. So I'm going to talk about those things, if that's all right with everybody here. All right, the first thing, we'll talk about the transfer. I know that's what people really like to hear about. It looks to me like Missouri has found its right tackle this year. So you're losing Keegan Trost. You're bringing back Caden Green. Caden Green's going to stay on the left side of the offensive line. He'll play left tackle, Caden Green. On right tackle now, you bring in this guy, Josh Atkins, a long time starter at Arizona State. Right tackle for them. Actually played all left tackle this year. He played 788 snaps, started every game for them at left tackle. So what that means, I guess, is that you swing him to the right. Because I think you feel pretty good about Caden Green being on the left side, I think. But this guy started every game this year, started every game in 2024 when Arizona State went to the playoffs, or the championship game, SEC championship game. He started every game in 2023 as well. So this kid has been playing a lot, and all those snaps have come at left tackle. So you either move Caden Green to right tackle, which I do not think Missouri would do, or you move Josh Atkins to right tackle. Sorry, I meant to say Caden Green to right, which I don't think you move Caden Green to right tackle after all these years. So it seems to me like Josh Atkins will be your right tackle. So how the offensive line is looking right now, I think you have, like I said, Caden Green playing left tackle. Left guard, you either have Curtis Piegler. So you have a couple guys that you could put there. You could put Luke Work there he's a transfer Missouri just picked up from Mississippi State. You could put him there. You could put Dominic Judice there. Hold on one second. I'm going to try to pull this up. Hold on. I'm going to pause for a second. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm good. I lied. Come on. Let's see it here, though. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I've been losing track here. Caden Green playing left tackle. We said that. Dominic Judice playing left guard. That's where he played this year. Started every game for Missouri at left guard. So let's assume that's where he'll go. Now, center is an interesting discussion because you had Connor Tollison was your longtime starter. Now he's gone. So you either have Tristan Wilson, who they just re-signed. You have Tristan Wilson to play there. Let's just assume that's what happens. You know, it could be Luke Work too. It could be Luke Work as well. He played most of his snaps this year. He played 55 snaps this year at left guard, 45 at right guard, and 53 at right tackle. So Luke Work could be an option at right tackle as well. He played 50-something snaps there this year. But he feels more like a guard to me, although he played, he plays tackle. He played tackle in 2024 as well. So basically, I think the only solidified positions you have right now are Caden Green at left tackle. I would say Dominic Judice at left guard, because I think Judice did a pretty good job this year. The rest of the way, my guess would be Tristan Wilson at center, Luke Work / Curtis Piegler at right guard. Whoever wins that job wins it. And then you have your new guy, Josh Atkins, playing right tackle. I don't think you'd bring Josh Atkins in if you thought you were going to play Luke Work at right tackle. So I think you have Caden Green left tackle. Sorry, I'm doing this again. Dominic Judice left guard, and then Atkins at right tackle are your for sure ones. I'd say Tristan Wilson probably the leader to be the center, and then you're fighting out between Curtis Piegler and Luke Work to be your right guard. I think that's how the offensive line is going to look. Experienced, very experienced. Josh Atkins brings a ton of experience. He didn't grade out like the best offensive lineman of all time, but he has lots of experience. He gave up two sacks this year, 25 pressures, which is not great, but he's giving you. Hold on, I was looking at 2024 numbers. He gave up 3 sacks this year and 18 pressures, so an improvement from 2024 actually in the pressures department. So there you go. I think that's what your offensive line will look like. All right, next up, that's who you get. He's your 10th transfer. 10th transfer of the cycle for Missouri. That puts them at 13th in the country. And they've got some visitors. I think a couple big time visitors they've got coming today and this weekend. So we'll see about that. It's been reported that Oklahoma State defensive end Wendell Gregory is visiting today. I think there's a chance that Alabama duo that I talked about yesterday, James Smith and Quay Russo, the defensive lineman, I think there's a chance they visit this weekend as a package deal. I think that would be big. So there's a lot going on. I'll probably have more updates to tell you on Monday. But for now, let's move on to this coach. Missouri hired a coach, their offensive staff, that I think is really intriguing. And otherwise, I probably wouldn't bring up a random coaching hire that's not a coordinator or head coach. But this is really interesting. Garrett Riley, Missouri bringing on Garrett Riley to the offensive staff. Garrett Riley was the Clemson offensive coordinator for the last couple of years. He was the TCU offensive coordinator in 2022 when they went to the national championship game. He used to be Eli Drinkwitz's running back coach at Appalachian State. Since then, he worked with Sonny Dykes at SMU and then TCU, and then he went to Clemson. He won the Broyles Award, which was in 2022, which means he was the top assistant in the country. This guy's a really good coach. Clemson's offense kind of sputtered the last couple of years, but he's experienced, and you're bringing him in. My guess would be as a quarterback coach, because that's what he has experience doing. Also a running back coach, but Curtis Looper is your running back coach. So I assume you're bringing this guy, Garrett Riley, in to be your quarterback coach. And I really am intrigued by this. I think I talked about it a couple of weeks ago when Missouri was trying to make an offensive coordinator hire. And I would have been pleased if Missouri went and hired Garrett Riley as their offensive coordinator. I think that would have been a great hire. I would have been totally fine with that. But getting him in, you get Chip Lindsey in, and you also bring Garrett Riley in as your quarterback coach. It feels like, one, Drinkwitz is putting his assistant increased budget pool to work. And it also seems like he is serious about fixing not the offense, because this team could run, but fixing the passing game. This guy is going to be the guy that can help you fix the passing game. So, and it's also going to be great to have him with Austin Simmons. I just think I like it. He's experienced. So that's good. I don't know what to say about it. I'm surprised. I thought for sure Garrett Riley was going to get a chance to be an offensive coordinator elsewhere. And I imagine he probably did, maybe at a lower tier school. But reuniting with Drinkwitz, going to the SEC, I'm sure if things go well next year and Austin Simmons is really good, I bet he, gets a offensive coordinator job pretty quickly. So I love it. I mean, this guy was a huge part of why Max Duggan was so awesome in 2022. Cade Klubnik had a couple good years with him. He's a good quarterback coach. So I'm very intrigued by it. Really intrigued. It seems like you're revamping this offense. At least your hires are making it look like you want to revamp. So I think it's pretty cool. Missouri basketball plays Ole Miss on Saturday tomorrow at 5:00 on SEC Network. Missouri has won 2 straight games, 2-0 in the SEC. Ole Miss 0-2 in the SEC. So they've lost 2 straight games. It is on the road though, and Ole Miss fans, I bet, will be fired up after a really unfortunate loss for the Rebels in the college football playoff last night. I was going for Ole Miss to win it all, and they fought hard. They had the lead at the end, and defense just couldn't hold off as Carson Beck scored the last touchdown. But then they got the ball back, got down the field really quickly, and had a chance to win. I thought the last play was not really a Hail Mary because it was like 40 yards out or whatever. But it did feel to me like that was probably a hold, and it seemed like something. I mean, it was not one of those things where, it's a Hail Mary and it could go either way. I mean, it looked like a hold to me, which is unfortunate, but they're never going to call those. So great season for Ole Miss. I think I'm going to kind of be rooting for them, as the team I like other than Missouri and the SEC, just because Pete Golding, I'm rooting for him for it to work. The Lane Kiffin stuff was unfortunate for them this year. So I'm rooting for him. I like Kewan Lacey, even though he transferred away. I like him. So yeah, I mean, great season for them and good postseason run by Pete Golding and company. And that means with the Ole Miss loss that Austin Simmons, he officially announced on his social media that he's committed to Missouri. So he can get over here to Columbia soon now and start maybe recruiting some other transfers, helping out. I don't know. But yeah, that's the update. Missouri basketball, 5:00 tomorrow. I'll talk about that on Monday. I'm sure we're going to get some commitments this weekend, transfer portal wise. We'll talk about that. But that's all I had today. Just wanted to get on, do something real quick, talk about a couple of these newsy things, and I'll leave you with that. But appreciate you guys for joining. Happy Friday. Happy weekend. See you Monday.
365 Sports.